My husband was scheduled for typical hip replacement surgery, and he had had anesthesia issues for a previous hip replacement, and we had spoken to anesthesiologists and the doctors just to make sure they knew about this. Basically, he had the surgery, he was up that day walking, ready to go home, and then suddenly everything just went down. He became very, very ill. They were testing for a blockage of his intestines, so they gave him a pink contrast, and in doing an x-ray, they put him into an x-ray tube flat on his back, and he vomited and aspirated. And there was supposed to be 2 people watching him, and there was nobody. I think one of the statements that they made was, if this was a case where a surgical instrument was stitched up in his body, then this is a slam dunk case. But there's really not enough evidence here of malpractice or incompetence. I mean, it feels disrespectful. It feels arrogant on their part. It feels like they don't care. And Bill challenged that. Yeah. I wanted us to make a difference and have change. That was what was unusual. We were looking for change in medical protocol, which I think was pretty much unheard of. And it took a lot of work on your doing, but you gave me what I wanted. We sat down with both sides of the party, and we had a civilized conversation. And the result of that was change of protocol in the medical arena. After the case, maybe 2 weeks after the case, we were informed that USC hired 6 independent staff members to only follow and track post-orthopedic surgery patients to recovery, because that was a huge missing link in my husband's case. I would only recommend Bill Newkirk. He listened to me. That's very important. Bill, you always kept me in the loop. You told me realistically what was going to happen. You made me a participant. I wanted to be a participant. You gave me realistic expectations all along the way, and I really appreciated that. You don't have an attitude that, you're more important, you know more than I do, and sign the check. And that's not how you operate. Not only do you have the skill set, the broad knowledge, the experience of handling these cases, but you have compassion.